Okay, yeah, it's October, the evening of October 22, 2023. Going to record another video here and tell you what I've been up to here. Got something working on here. Okay, I was bothered by something the other day. I remembered that in the Bible it had said something about hunters, and I just couldn't put my hand on it, but I had to say something about that. So I asked my telephone, and they said, "Yeah, it's hunters," but it gave me a bunch of rock bands or something like that. And I asked it the other way around. How about some fishermen? And God's going to make some fishermen. And he came up with Jeremiah 16. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought it. This is what will be said. That brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again unto their land that I gave unto their fathers. Now, I know most people think that's uh, Isaiah 37, 38, and 39. But if you'll read that again, it said, these dry bones stand up, sinew is put on them, and this is the whole house of Israel. What do you see? Didn't say China, didn't say the Indians down in Tuerco de Fargo, didn't say Brazilians. It said it's the whole house of Israel. And the Jews were one tribe, had the Levites, the Benjamites, Danites, 12 tribes. Actually, they had 13 tribes. Joseph had two sons, and both of them were blessed. And when it comes to the 144,000, Dan is missing. I think I mentioned one other time that maybe he was too Catholic, didn't make it. Anyway, it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, and out of the holes in the rocks. Now, I had heard this from a very old minister years ago, that this is the Lord is going to, the people that survive up until the rapture are going to be hiding out, and the Lord will send fishers and hunters out to find these people and bring them in. For my eyes are upon their ways, and they're not hidden from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. Anyway, I was looking that up, and I couldn't find a damn thing on YouTube except for some exotic rock bands and a lot of satanic kind of crazy videos. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, again, I don't feel any guilt. I watched another football game, except the Packers aren't doing any good, so I think I'll stop watching football. And everybody is just crazy about why Hamas is so animal-like, and why the Jews didn't catch them in the act. Well, I've given you another idea before, that neither one of them has a right to the land, to that area, that God-forsaken land, because Abraham gave it to his children. They didn't do much with it. Isaac, nah. Jacob, nah, not much. Lot. Anyway, God told Abraham, he says, you go outside and take a look at the stars, and if you can count them, let me know. I've named them all, but you can do that. So, what used to get me is how can he, when he's going to save people over the last 250 years, how many billions of people have been born, died, been dissolved, gone away. And then, of course, we in the latter days, we can take a flesh of the earlobe here and look at not only do we have cells, but they have an atomic structure to the cell. And how many protons and nuclei are there? It's beyond us, and it's probably beyond any kind of a computer we could ever design. But that gets to be a little bit hairy because it is, well, if we can't figure all this out, it's hard to tell yourself that you're pretty stupid, that you were not designed yet to know these things. So anyway, I mentioned the other day, God never told Israel to go to war. That was their idea. As a matter of fact, God didn't tell Israel much of anything except for the Ten Commandments. And they had a hard enough time keeping up with that. God chose Adam. He had some instruction. They used to walk in the garden. We don't know how long they used to walk. Maybe it was 120 years, something like that, before even God thought that, well, it might be a good idea to get Adam a helpmate. The strange thing is that you people read the Bible and you come to Genesis, and after God had created the elephants, giraffes, the whales, and the apes, and everything, and he said, oh, it's like an afterthought. Oh, let us create man in our image, with fingers, thumb, nose, ears, eyes. And then he blessed them and sent them on their way to multiply and to replenish the earth. Something must have been there before. Now, some ministries are just getting around to figuring out that, well, Satan was here before, and he had an idea that he was going to ascend into heaven, seventh heaven, or wherever God's headquarters is. Didn't work out. Christ said, I saw him fall as lightning. And then he sulked around down here, and God started to renovate the earth in 6 days. God didn't say that it was created, but it was renovated in 6 days. Anyway, he comes to these animals. He put all these. No, look, if the giraffes are in Africa, that means they wouldn't have worked out in Antarctica. A polar bear in India. No, it just wouldn't work out. And God put these other people. Now there's variety within kind. So you have mankind, and God spread them out all over the existing world. And that's the way those people got there, and they looked different. And they were put in areas where they were separated by rivers, streams, mountains, glaciers, oceans, seas. So for the first couple of thousand years, they didn't have to worry about them getting together and starting to fight over a berry patch or something like that. Yeah, the old bayonet wound. Hey, have you got these? Now you got to get one of these. This is Dog the Bounty Hunter. And I was thinking, when I was talking about these hunters, Christ more or less told us, he said, if you assist one person in becoming saved, you're going to get a bounty. So you're going to get a bounty. So One of the cardinal points of the gospel is you're supposed to take the gospel. You're supposed to know what the gospel is, and it concerns redemption and salvation. So, if you assist a person in becoming familiar with what Christ wants, what he said, and what job they may have, and then they may be saved, redeemed. And if you assisted along with that, then Christ said you'll get a crown, some authority, a place in the kingdom of God. So that's why each and every one of you will become a hunter. You'll hunt down these people that are scurried away into the caves and into the forests. It'll be your job, maybe. Although it does say the angels will collect these people from the four parts of the of heaven, and then the tares, of course, they'll be collected first, put in the bundles, and then they'll be tossed away into the lake of fire. So I don't know if they're going to have a judgment day, but there has to be a judgment day when how people are going to be judged. Christ told us, he says, know you not that you're going to judge angels? Well, I'm not particularly interested in judging an angel. I don't know it, but into the lake of fire. Anyway, that's my video for this evening, and we'll send it out to you. And if you know anything about these hunters, let me know. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. God bless.